You go 3, 2. That's how you do it. Hey, everybody. Can you get rid of that other stuff?
No,
it goes away on its own, I guess. That's really annoying. Hey, everybody. Lower third, please, good sir.
I don't. I'm tired of the lower third.
I need it. I need the lower third. I don't need.
We'd probably be better off with an upper third
too. Trust me.
Well, yeah, an upper third too. Well, only if we're on OnlyFans, and then you can do upper third so nobody sees her face and they just see all of our stuff. You know, smoking.
You're so concerned about your stuff.
Well, no, the part that anybody watching OnlyFans is going to care about is from here below.
Right.
So just cover the face. You know?
Yeah. It's smoking underground. We need to see what's underground.
There you go. OnlyFans.com/smoking underground. Or smoking underground.
Smoking.
What's up, everybody? We started out weird.
Yeah, boy.
I'm Kevin. This is Gary. John behind the microphone.
Nothing unusual on that.
What's up?
What's up, Mikey?
Michael?
Hey, Mikey.
Welcome to the party. We're doing good today. I'm going to go ahead and just start out real quick because I know I'm going to have to say it multiple times because some of my drinking friends will log back on and then ask, what are you drinking?
Yeah, right.
So Macallan 12 double cast. Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. 43% alcohol by volume. Matured exclusively in the perfect balance of hand-picked, sherry seasoned American and European oak casks.
Okay, all right.
The bottle is very nice. It's got almost like a suit element, you know, with the thing right there.
12-year-old.
Dips down. It's 12 years old. And what the thing I really like about it is this right here.
Screw off.
No, it's a cork.
Okay.
But it's like
excuse me.
It was plastic hooked into this so that it would screw off in the beginning and then it broke. So it kind of keeps that solid tone to it.
Do you smell the cork whenever you open up a brand new bottle?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
You tip it upside down, tip it back, and then smell the cork.
Hey, all right.
So,
good deal.
It's a Scotch, so I'm going to already tell you it's going to be amazing. No need to see underground. That's right. How are you, Gary?
I am good today. Had a little bit of a scare earlier, but I'm good now. All's good.
I told you to get rid of the mirrors.
Yes, I did. I got the thin ones, so it doesn't make any difference.
We were talking about that today in a meeting. You need to get the concave funhouse mirror.
Yes, exactly right.
It's only got to be 2 inches long, but then it's slightly concave, make you look thinner.
Man, I look good in that one too, man. Big
right,
time.
John?
We just need to add a lens for the camera, right?
Yeah,
that's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll work with the camera. We'll do a thin mode, and we'll just kind of narrow everything.
Sound like a good idea. How are you doing? You all right?
I'm feeling better now. Honestly, like I told you, I may have a crappy day or I may have something, but I really feel like I have the right state of mind for doing this with y'all because it always revitalizes me.
It brightens your day.
It does.
It's all because of y'all.
And we get to enjoy it. And, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Indeed.
How you doing,
Johnny?
I'm hanging in here. It's kind of been a good day for me.
Yeah.
Finally, things are falling into place, and I'm getting things done. Other than I forgot the graphic today.
That's okay.
That's all right. That's okay.
We are smoking the Aladino today. The Lancero. It is
here.
It is a beautiful thing. We were talking about a version of it last week, and it's got a good nose to it. I'm doing the Gary now. I am jamming it in my nose to get a good smell.
Baby, go with it.
When I first met Gary and he was doing that, I thought it was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. But he's absolutely right.
That's a nice thing about a Lancero. You can jam 2 of them in there and look like walls.
That's true.
That's true. That might be the case someday.
That's true. It's got a great smell to it. Typical cigar at the moment, but I haven't really investigated it.
Before we jump into this cigar,
I
want to review last week's cigar.
Yeah,
that LCA. I can't remember what the name of it was, but
the one with the Sith Lord on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That we smoked I can't remember. I had a straight cut on it, and
Yep.
I said I was going to try it with various cuts.
With the
And-
shirkin. You were going to try it with a shirkin?
Well, I smoked it the following day with a V cut.
Okay.
No, Saturday I smoked it with a V cut. It was okay. Wasn't as good. Smoked it with a shirkin. Damn worst cigar I've ever smoked in my life.
Really?
How about that?
So
Same exact cigar. I tried it a quarter of the way through and went ahead and straight cut it, guillotined it. Total
Okay.
change.
So I predict we need to start doing that, especially for the website, because we were talking about recommendations of the cuts for it.
Mm.
And we all need to be like, okay, we got to smoke the cigar three
Right.
times with 3 different cuts. And each of us come to our own conclusions without talking to each other
Right.
about which one was better. Even if you say, I didn't notice a difference. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
I think if we can give some dimension to that right there, because different cuts do pose different type flavors, also different draws, and the different draws would be close to the different burns as well.
Yeah.
So you're looking at all of that right there. So
It's something
yeah,
that I
that'd be
think
great.
should now, is the differences that I'm finding as I do this. I think it's something that should be included in a review. When they're reviewing a
Certainly.
cigar, they
Yeah.
need to tell us how they cut it, because it does make a tremendous
does.
difference.
It does.
And-
absolutely.
And I'm putting together samplers for the stores. These little 5-pack things we sell for $29.99, and put it together 150 of them on last Sunday. I probably put another 150 together this Sunday.
Good God.
Pay attention as they start landing in the stores.
That's right.
Oops, I talked about a price. I'm not supposed to talk about a price. Too bad.
They're $1,000.
But
Close.
I guess I'm going to talk about a price because that's it. A lot of these bags have $22, $25 cigars.
Right.
I mean, just one of them. I made sure not to put
Yeah.
2 in them.
Right.
But we're talking Black Diamonds from Diamond Crown. We're talking La Polina Gold.
So you're saying we got to dig through them to get some, maybe to get to.
that
find
I'm
the
saying
gold.
there's some treasures to be found in this next batch of samplers that will be
Nice.
going out. I mean, Jojoya Unos, that was a $22 cigar. I think $22.19 before the price increase. So now
Right.
it's probably about a $24 cigar. We're going to charge you $30, and you're getting 4 other cigars. So
We
I
had
put
this
the wrong
regular
thing
at
on.
one time that we did that right there. His name's Jay Gaden. Hey, Jay. Jay's a good dude. But Jay was a cigar snob. And he and I both, we enjoyed the good stuff. But Jay would, with those packs that we would do, those right there, Jay would be on the front door. He would be on the very front
Oh,
door.
wow.
I mean, at 9:55, he's waiting for the door to open, man. Because, man, he is going to get him some good packs. And they sell, boy, they sell. Because there's good stuff in them.
Gary, I couldn't wait, and
I'm not
I am.
I'm not waiting.
Wow.
Rojo Puro, baby.
I've been smoking mine since before we started.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Well, that was a question I was going to ask. What kind of
Yeah.
cut do you use, John?
I went with because my V cut got misplaced right before the show. I just went with the straight guillotine.
Straight guillotine, and I know you did a straight guillotine.
Guilty.
And I did a small punch.
Did you?
Usually I will do a guillotine on a Lancero because I have that deep V Calibri, and you've got to kind of just guess when you're doing that
Yeah.
little snip on the end.
Man, ooh, I'm about to sneeze.
I can mute you if I. Should I turn Devin's mic back on or just leave him muted, everybody?
That's right, doggone. It's
Wow,
that
this is
cough button.
really delicious.
Yes, it is.
Like,
It's an Aladino. It's an Aroa. What did you expect?
so if any of you have been with us long enough, you know we did an entire season
Mm.
with Lanceros
Come on.
because I've never seen anybody do that. I haven't seen any cigar podcasts do multiple Lanceros multiple weeks in a row.
Yum.
The one that I normally listen to, and I'll call them out. Garofalo and friends
Garofalo.
with cigar. A
Big
cigar
old
authority.
Dave. Big Dave.
They hate Lanceros. Dave, here's an invite.
They're big
suggestion.
guys.
Ship me all your Lanceros.
I know. Ship,
at
we'll
every-
do
Yeah.
it. Bring it on.
We,
Right.
we love them. You got that 100 boxes that left over sitting around from your
We will
anniversary?
gladly
Yeah.
take those,
Yeah,
free
big time.
of charge.
Big time. Yeah,
to do that.
because this is one big guy that will smoke a Lancero. I will smoke a Corona. I will smoke a Lancero. I will smoke a petite Lancero, a petite Corona, and a Pequeño. So I will do it all, being a big fellow like I am.
Usually at the same time.
Well,
At
sometimes.
the same time, yeah.
All orifices are filled.
Oh, good Lord.
See, what are you doing?
And it's hard to get a 70
That's
ring
not
gauge in
right.
some orifices.
Ah.
This
Devin,
is what we've
there you
become.
are.
This is
There
what
we
we've
go.
become.
But
I gotta say,
yes, indeed.
this goes excellently with this excellent
I
cigar.
bet it does. Ooh, I bet it does. Man, that's good stuff. Honduran Puro, Honduran, Corojo, all of that, man. Great.
Right
Great
there.
stick, man.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
They have them in most of the stores. I don't know if they have them in
Yes.
Trustville because we are the redheaded stepchild of cigars.
I can't remember. $8.
Yeah, that's about right.
About $8
Yeah.
for one.
This is a
Some change.
wonderful $8
Yeah.
cigar.
It is. Very much so. And the smell, it's just hitting me.
Yeah,
The smell is very good.
it's very classic.
Oh, man, I love the smell that this
Yeah.
thing has coming off of it.
It's very nice.
Wow, that is very nice.
Great even burn. I mean,
Mine
I'm
is. Yeah.
one of the better Lanceros
You know,
that I've had.
I was actually with Sir Metal Knight right there and Dr. D at Cahaba's last night. And we were smoking cigars and drinking beer and whatnot. And I got to say, this would be a great beer drinking cigar.
Oh, yeah, boy. Man, that tastes good, brother.
Yeah, it is. It's got some flavor right off the bat.
So let's see.
Let's see.
I don't know.
You know,
What do y'all
do we have
think?
any cigar news?
Anything?
Well, I was
No.
going to throw out. I threw out to Gary earlier when we were talking pre-show before Devin was here. Going back to that cut thing.
Yeah.
I've commandeered a bundle of a CAO, not a fancy CAO. I can't even remember what the name is. It's an añejo, something they call it.
God, this.
And we're going to end up doing a episode. It's going to be an hour-long episode. We're going to each get 4 of the same cigar,
Okay.
and we're going to guillotine it. We're going to V it. We're going to go ahead and
We're
probably
going to do cigar
punch
tasting, focusing on
Yeah.
cuts more.
cuts
than
and
Right.
seeing how
Right.
that cigar changes throughout.
Yeah.
Sort of based on the cut.
Okay.
And of course, we're only going to get the first quarter of the cigar each
Yeah.
time,
Right.
and then we'll have a whole bunch of icky cigars to take home and smoke the rest of the night. But
I don't know if I can do that, man. I've tried. It doesn't turn out well for me.
But
I think it's a great idea. I do, because it does, man. We need to take it's like Cigar Aficionado. Cigar Aficionado only takes about 1 inch of the cigar as far as the flavor goes. They do about 1 inch of it.
See that
And that's
to me
about-
that doesn't make any sense.
I know, but that is
I will agree. I think it was either one of us were talking about it,
Mhm.
or I heard. I don't remember who was talking about it. It may have been when we were talking to the Gurkha guy. I think so. And he was talking about, you get down to about a thumb length, just put the cigar down. You're done. Don't stab it. Don't go all the way through it. Just when you're about a thumb length, you're done. Just put it down. And I didn't quite agree with that because I have a stabber.
Yeah, right.
You know, I have a tool for that.
Yeah.
Which I highly recommend.
Yeah.
They'll be on
Yeah.
our website at some point.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with that at first because I'm like, I'm gonna get every single cent
Right.
worth of my cigar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was smoking 2 cigars yesterday at Cahaba's. I got down to about right there, and this has been this way for honestly the past month. Even working at Trustful, I went, why am I smoking this all the way down here? This is just not as good as when I started it.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm getting to the point now. When it gets down to about a thumb length,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And I think I'm having much more enjoyment in a cigar that way, because it's like you have this wonderful example of taste and flavor all the way through the whole thing, and then you get down to it and you're like, I'm just not enjoying this as much. Stop it before you get to that point.
Yeah. Sometimes that is the case, and sometimes unfortunately, what will happen, we'll have maybe a mild, maybe even a medium-bodied cigar that you're smoking, and then all of a sudden, let's just say, for instance, if it may be something that you haven't had before, and you're down to maybe bare facts in your humidor and say, well, I guess I'll smoke this one. And you smoke it. When you do, of course, all of those oils build up in there,
Right.
You know, and they add flavor to it as it goes down.
Even when you're supposed to do a purge about
Right.
midway,
Correct,
it still
exactly
happens.
right, and that is suggested, of course, but sometimes around about the last third of the cigar, the flavor kicks in. Even on a Connecticut, even on something of a Criollo or Corojo, something like that, with maybe some Seco blend on the inside. You know, and that flavor kicks in. When it does, you're like, oh, hey there. Well, hello. And the next thing you know, you're like, man, this is actually getting pretty dang good right now but dadgum, my fingers are starting to burn.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes I agree with that. But I tell you what drives me nuts. It drives me crazy, and that's a bad draw. A bad draw on a cigar, man. Oh man, you talking about something that just make you throw a cup against a wall, man. Oh
Brother,
man, it's awful. I hate that.
You know what's my biggest problem besides the draw, because I can work with a draw.
Oh yeah,
I can stab it. I can try to make it work. What I don't like, which is something I experienced yesterday, and I think it has to do mostly with the humidity, but the fact that I was smoking this cigar because my buddy Marvin recommended I smoked it, but
Yeah.
he had his in his car
right.
for an entire day, and I got it right out of the humidor. And it was a Gurkha 15.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm telling you,
yeah.
my biggest annoyance
Oh, the reserve. Yeah, man, that's good.
is having to relight the thing. I had to relight this thing like 12 times.
Yeah,
while
that gets
smoking.
old.
Yeah. And I had a buddy in there named Mr. Bremer.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah.
if I have to do it more than 5 times, I put it down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I see your point behind that. I'm not that kind of person, but I do see your point. It's definitely not ready to smoke.
Right.
If you have to relight it that many times.
Right.
It just, the cigar was great.
Yeah.
The relighting ruined the experience.
It's not Mark Bremer, is it?
What's that?
It's not Mark Bremer, is it? You said
John.
Mr. John Bremer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it was this cigar right here.
All right.
I kept the band.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
It's a good one. It's a very good
Yeah,
one.
it's a Dominican stick. It's good. It's very good.
I just relighting stuff then over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Now we're here in the South, so humidity plays a major factor in your cigar. And honestly, you guys correct me if I'm wrong or if you think this is a weird practice, but I have found that when we're in the humidity season, you can't smoke it right away. You got to actually let it sit out and dry just a little bit more.
Well, yeah, it depends. And I'll be perfectly frank with you. There's a lot of times where these right here just stay in my bag.
Yeah.
And in this humidity here, they'll just stay in the bag. Because I mean, I sometimes I'll put them in the humidor. To be honest with you, I'll put them in the humidor just to find.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times we're just in the bag, and sometimes they're sitting outside under. And so I'll just leave them in the bag because they are pristine. Whenever I pull them out, they're good to go.
Yep.
They're ready to roll.
Yep.
But yeah, it depends on whatever you got. You know, if it needs a little bit more, humidity done to it or whatever it may be. Yes, that's or if it's dry, but if it's overly, what we do here in this particular humidor here, well, at all of them. We try to keep it at 65%. 65% seems to be a pretty good keep humidity that we try to keep there for smokable reasons.
Yeah.
You start getting towards 70, that's aging over time, and then back those out. If you're getting something out of your master humidor that's been sitting at 70, pull it out, and you don't want to set it out, maybe in a plastic bag or something like that for maybe a couple of days. Let it acclimate, and then after that, smoke that thing, man. Smoke it.
Yeah.
But different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
For that.
And it depends on how tightly packed it is based on the cigar.
That's true. Yeah.
Because you can have a very loosely packed cigar that you can keep at 74, 75.
Yeah.
And it will be wonderful. But
Mhm.
tightly packed cigar, sometimes you just got to let them dry out a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Yeah. But
Now you've got many years experience on me, Gary, but my research and what I've learned is that 63 is the key point.
sounds
You
good.
get below 63,
Sounds
that's when you
good.
start putting a cigar in a state of dormancy.
Yes, sir.
You get below about 45% into the 40s and into
Oh,
the 30s.
Yeah.
That's when you start really
Yeah.
aging the cigar properly, and it starts giving off more ammonia. Every time you drop it, ammonia escapes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it gives you that better flavor.
Correct.
Most manufacturers will do that once. They'll also freeze dry the cigar, flash freeze them to
Really?
kill
Yeah.
any bugs. That's kind of
Mhm.
standard practice now.
Yeah.
And then they'll bring it back up. There's a couple manufacturers now that are doing that drop down humidity twice.
It's pretty cool. I'll explain that here in just a minute. But go ahead.
It's
John.
expensive. It's expensive
Very.
to do that because you
Very.
lose a ton of cigars
Very
when you
much
bring them
so.
back up.
Yes, sir.
And I like to keep my humidor 67, 69 because we do sell 69 Bovita packs. So I don't think that scares you away that it's 69 and oh no, that's aging my cigar. No, we got to get lower than that to really age.
Yeah.
But I like a little bit drier, better burning cigar
Yeah,
most
I do
of the
too.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly think the 72 is way too high. It's the most popular
Yeah.
number that's thrown
Agreed.
out there, but
Agreed.
It's
Agreed.
classified as the middle ground.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great
And
aging.
and that's
humidity.
that's
about
the
it,
that's
though.
the number
we
that I
sell
would
a
stick with.
65
Yeah.
pack now too, as a matter
Yeah,
of fact.
correct.
65, 69.
Yep.
Well, 72 is like kind of where I normally sit at, but as of late, as my education in cigars have grown, I'm getting to where you guys are at. Like,
Mhm.
lower it.
Yeah.
I want it to burn. I don't want to have any trouble with it.
Oh God, yeah.
Relighting it is, like I said, it is a nightmare. I
Yeah.
do not like relighting it.
Really is, and that's one thing I'm with you, man. You get to relighting this thing, relighting. Golly, that gets old. Not only that, you start relighting it so many times, and all of a sudden you go tick, 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 and you're like, oh, I'm out of fuel now. Oh, that's just great.
The other
That
thing
one
is
I
like
love.
right now, Liga Privada cigars are impossible to find, and we get them in.
We have them here now at 280.
We
Just
got a
thought I'd
bunch
let you
over
know.
at
Yeah.
Trustville.
Come get them.
We get, and that's been the way it's been. You get 5 or 6 boxes, and poof, they're gone in
Yep,
a couple of
that's
days.
true.
And people buy it and smoke it. If it's a new arrival in your cigar shop and you know it hasn't been there more than a day or two, very few. Some cigar shops do, most don't. They'll put them right. They put them right out. Take that cigar home, put it in your humidor for a few days.
There you go.
Let it acclimate because that thing just got off a UPS truck.
Right.
Right.
Right on.
I'm trying to think. It's pretty much UPS because FedEx doesn't ship cigars anymore, and I can't remember the Postal Service still.
They
might,
do.
but,
They do. Yeah.
But it's just sometimes you're buying that right off the truck. It might be a touch dry. It might be a touch moist. And
Right.
just-
Right.
Sorry for everybody who hates that word.
Sure.
But, just
Moist.
moist.
I've never had a problem with that word.
Yes. And so, and to capitalize on that, one of the things I used to do as I was a consumer and come up, what I normally do, and John, I've heard you speak about it as well, is that if you're going to do anything as far as buy a newer type blend that comes out, you're not necessarily sure about it, whatever, get 3. Get 3. That's what I used to do is buy them by the 3. I'd smoke one now, boom, light it up when I got home, whatever. The second one, wait 6 weeks, maybe a couple of months, something like that. And then smoke it then. And then the next one, wait about 6 months to a year.
Wow.
And then smoke it then.
Do you write a date on the package?
You do.
Jeez. Okay, I
You
started
do.
to say.
Yeah. You can write, of course, the ring band itself. You can pencil that or pin that in on the ring band.
Right.
And you can do it that way. You can also, of course, I used to keep, this is old. So, I used to keep a dossier, a notebook dossier.
Yeah.
And they sell all kinds of notebooks.
Yeah,
they got
right.
apps to do it now.
Yeah,
for
but
you.
now, yeah, you're right. Now they got apps to do it. You got your camera and everything now. So that's cool.
That's Sir Metal. He just sent me a picture. He's
I like
watching
that.
us
That's pretty cool right there. That's neat.
on his screen.
That's cool.
Thanks, man.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, man.
If you want a
yeah.
semi-gross story, I guess.
Oh no. Let me get another drink. Hold on.
Hold on, let me say the word again. Moist. Go ahead, John.
Yes. Back when I was a newcomer to cigar smoking, that
Yeah.
I guess not new, but maybe about 2008, 2009. I decided I wanted a humidor, and humidors are too damn expensive in stores. So I went to, at the time, Craigslist.
Oh, that's a great place.
And
Yeah.
I ended up buying
Craigslist.
2 humidors
Jeez.
off of Craigslist, off the same guy. He used to be a cigar smoker, got married. They went in the garage. That's where the wife wanted them. And he said, I haven't touched them for 5 years. So I got these 2 humidors full of cigars.
Oh my goodness.
In it, and you knew exactly what he did. He bought a package on Thompson Cigars, or one of the big cigar companies, like that, out of the catalog. It's not, he didn't have any real premium stuff, but he had these Romeo Julietas in there, which you knew were generic cigars.
Sure. Right.
But they've been through that, whatever initial phase. They had been through this guy's 5-year below 40% aging cycle. They're some of the best cigars I own. And I've been smoking them.
Yeah.
And now I'm to the point where I'm probably, I started with about 40 and now I'm down to about 10. So I'm a little bit slower and slower on smoking them. But that really goes to show some cigars are better with age. Some cigars are not.
Correct.
Don't buy a box of añejos, and age them. They've already been aged when there's Fuentes selling those to you. They're meant to be smoked,
right?
Not to wait another 5 years.
Right.
Yeah, you say añejos.
Yeah.
I've got some that's 23 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah.
Well, you might be in a different boat there.
Yeah.
Tommy says 5 years is optimal for aging.
Hey, is that who I think it is? It is. Oh my God. Hey, Tom, what's up? Man, it's good to see you, at least on the screen there. I'd like to see you in real life, but I understand that. We missed you 2 weeks ago. Missed you 2 weeks ago. That was Memorial.
And he seems to appreciate kind of my favorite humidor brand.
The Igloos. Yeah. No, we ought to do.
Oh, yes, they are, aren't they? I see it now. I got to change prescription on my glasses, man.
We need to do an episode on aging.
Oh,
and do something like maybe even some pre-film.
Without a doubt.
About like what to do and how to prep.
The young guys suggest doing an episode on aging.
That's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
No, that sounds great, man. Like kind of an average cigar that's amazing now. Because you got me thinking, like, I've never owned a cigar for 5 years. No, never happened.
Yeah, right.
And might have to start doing that.
Well, you got your cigar geeks like John, and Tommy Dorman is one of the biggest. Oh my God, him and Daryl too. We go way back. My God, we go way back. Well, we were to the Trustful location when it first opened up,
right?
And we're OGs, man.
There's a picture of Gary in those collages on the wall. See if you can find it. I've been working there for probably 2.5, almost 3 years now.
So,
and it took me that long to figure out that was you.
Yeah, it was before gray hair.
That's right.
Yeah. And in the waistline, the shoulders swap places.
That was before Gary aged.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I've been sitting at 35% for a long time.
That's right. That's right.
So, but yeah, it's So, but you got your geeks out there, man, and your geeks will do it, man. And that's what they do. Scott Northcutt, another one, who likes to make sure that all their crap's in order and specific areas and so on. Man, I mean, you got them out there that are like that. And then you got guys like me that sort of say, yeah, I've had that one there for, 10 years. I've had that one for 15. I've had that one. And you keep opening your head, basically. And that's about all you do.
Man.
So, yeah. But, yeah, these guys here, they're hardcore, man.
Okay.
Hardcore.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, but try it one day if you can. And if you want to, give it a shot one day. Get 3 of them. And, of course, smoke one, age, and then age. And next thing you know, man, you're like, golly, a year later, you're smoking this thing. And me and Northcutt, have been many, many times would say, dude, have you smoked that? And then I was like, no. He said, dude, you need to. And I smoked that thing. I said, golly, Pete, man, this thing has changed. Holy moly, it's changed. So all of that right there, would be a nice I don't know. I think it's a nice dimension to where you can get the dynamics out of the cigar itself on
Yeah,
the aging
certainly.
process. Man, you got to do it.
If Scott's listening, I'm going to say I'm sorry. But it just occurred to me that, remember, he did a Scott Northcutt cigar a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have mine. And it was supposed to be
Northcutt cigar. What is that?
Yeah, he actually rolled one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he made one in small production, and yeah, we were down in Honduras at Rocky Patel, and we rolled one, and mine was crap. Had another guy by the name of Chris that was there. His was pretty good. He made all the Haro in his, and I was smoking his, going, "Whoo, this is good. This ain't bad at all." And I smoked Scott's, and Scott's was good, more of a medium body. But yeah, it had actually a decent flavor to it. And I was like, Scott, this ain't bad, buddy. This ain't bad at all. And he says, no, it's not, man. I didn't think it was going to be this good. I'm like, yeah. So he literally made a small production of it. And I don't know how many bundles he got, but he got a few.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Very much. But yeah, Rocky's one of those times. And when you decide to go or get a chance to go, Rocky Patel is one of the very few that will put out tobacco.
Well, Harris is going to take me next time he goes to any humidor.
Well,
hint.
In this particular case, Rocky Patel is the only one that does this. Yeah. So they've got the tables out there, and they've got the wrappers, and they've got the binders, and they've got the fillers, and you put those together, and you write it down, and you make your blend, and you go through and you smell them, you feel the texture, everything about it, and you make it, and there it is, and that's what happened. That's
wow,
what we did, yeah. Yeah, and he ended up doing it. I liked him. I bet it's pretty doggone good right about
I might have to dig that out and finally light it up. Maybe I should get together with Scott.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, send him a picture of it. He would. Oh,
because like I said a couple of weeks ago. Right now, I'm going through a lot of my cigars, part of this move, and going through some old stuff and pulling stuff. And
the best thing I got sitting around right now is I've got a few of the Xenos, $100 Xenos. And I've got some other ones I got as a gift from the company I work for the promotion I got recently. Yeah. The owner got me 2 really good cigars, some Opuses, and I'm just letting them sit.
Nice.
Letting them sit.
Nice. Good deal.
You need to remind me. We've talked about it in the past, and I will give you some of my GTOs from like the original runs of
that. I would love to try
when the Hypnotics first came out. I've got some real early painkillers and that have aged now. Jesus Christ. How long have we been selling GTO?
At least 3 years, minimum 3 years. So it's got to be longer than that.
Oh my God. We've been selling GTO for close to 12. Probably 12 years.
Were we selling them across the street?
We were.
I don't remember selling them across the street. But
we were.
Yeah, I do, because I remember having a couple conversations with Oscar about a car over there.
I met
thinking, boy, this guy's foolish.
Yeah.
But
I said, we're going to carry his cigars because he's got a talent.
Yeah, so I know I've got some of, you said sometime that you think cigars have changed over the years. The blends get sacrificed or altered.
Yes.
And so, remind me, send me a couple texts this week, and I will see if I can.
Because I wouldn't mind trying that Hypnotic and a modern Hypnotic and eviscerating something.
No, I could probably do that. I've got CLEs that have aged and stuff.
Yes. To CLE to be aged, oh my God, I would love to.
So, I've got tons of stuff. Now some of the stuff I didn't intend to age. It just
you
just
forget
happened.
about it.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Some of my living conditions in the last couple of years, because of the HVAC systems in some homes, have been ideal for aging cigars.
Yeah, there was only one that I had that I aged for about, I guess it was around about 4 years. And it was bought for me on my birthday. It was I'm hesitant to say the name, but it's a hotel in Bahamas, and this particular hotel rolls the cigars there, and they sell them. And they were a big thing back close to around about 10 years ago. And a buddy of mine bought me one, and they didn't sell for under $20.
Wow.
So he said, and back then, we're talking about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
He gave me one of those right there. And I said, well, I'm going to set on it. And one day, I guess it was about 4 years later, I saw it down there. I said, I wonder what this son gun is. It's a Cameroon wrapper. And I let that thing up, and I got about an inch into it, and I set it down. I said, I can't smoke it. I ain't no way.
Bad or just too dark?
It's just way bad. Way bad.
Mm.
Twangy, bitter. I said, oh, no, this is not it at all. And I said, man, oh, man. So a lot of stuff is like John said, he made emphasis on this. Davidoff also is real big in doing this right here. Davidoff ages their stuff no less than 3 years.
Right.
So they want you to smoke that stuff right then. They want you to get it gone. Light it up because it's not made to sit. It's made to go. It's made to smoke, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. You all right, buddy? That's good stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's rot gut at its best.
Just to let you know, if you spent $20 on that cigar back in 2010, that would be like spending almost $28 on a cigar today.
Whew, how about that? And it's worth probably $5.
Yeah.
So
you don't have an opinion about it or nothing?
not at all. Not at all.
Well, I think we're good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys got anything you're smoking on there, whatever, Tommy, especially you, Mikey, I'll take, Dunhill shot or something like that of what you're smoking there.
Yeah, if you feel
Mike
like
smokes
donating
some
any
good
cigars
stuff.
to the cause as we're smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel free. Yeah, take a picture. Let us know, man. Heck, fire.
So wrapping up, John, where are you going to be?
Sunday 280,
Sunday 280 from when to when?
noon to 6.
Noon to 6. Come visit him, pester him, talk to him the entire time, follow him around the store. He loves that.
Oh, and he loves staying after closing too.
I will be behind the counter making samplers all day.
There you go.
Man.
Care Bear?
I'm gonna have to. Saturday, Vitola Fine Cigars and the fine place of Mountain Brook Village on Cahaba Road.
Right.
We look forward to seeing you there.
Nice glazed ham.
Nice glazed ham.
Oh God. It's gonna happen again one day. Not right now, but it will.
We need to start putting his pictures up with stuff he cooks.
We did a roast last night for dinner, and
Did
I
you
would
really?
say the thing's like $30 or something.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Good God, dude. It's gotten where meat's insane now, you know. But I might. I don't even know what I'm going to have Saturday. Probably, maybe chicken fingers. Probably. That's
You need to make some of those and bring them tomorrow.
I'll run by
Shows
Costco
Vegas.
and pick some up.
Yeah, Publix.
And microwaves in the back corner by the
That's right.
fridge.
Exactly right, brother. There it is.
I tell you what, Publix chicken wings are pretty good.
They are dang
They are
good,
very
son.
good.
Yes, sir, they are. As a matter of fact, that might be a stop on the way home. You never know.
I used to like the Walmart ones, but then they changed the way they're priced. They're not sold by the pound anymore.
Oh, are they
They're-
not?
No. And they're like
Really?
6 of them are like $8 now.
Oh, come
Geez.
And it
on.
used to be $8. You'd get a pound of them, which would be
Right.
like a dozen of
Oh
them or
yeah, I
something.
used to clean them things up. The Parmesan Ranch, I think it is.
Oh,
Ranch.
stop it.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, and they've narrowed it down to like only 3 flavors.
Is that right?
Part of the ranch is the only dry rub they have,
Oh,
and I
man,
like
that's-
dry rub because I eat them when I'm driving, and it's really hard to.
Yeah.
You're eating them while you're driving?
Oh yeah,
All right.
Jeez. Good.
I'm talented. I like
I-
I like the flats.
Yes, you are.
I get
I can't stand to drive and eat. I just can't do it.
There's a story behind that we can't tell on air. So
Dashboard will never be the same.
I know I always save my location for last, but I also have a PSA that I want to put out
Uh-oh.
about Tuesday nights.
He said PSA.
So
Okay.
we close at 8 on Tuesday. 8 o'clock. I got things to do.
8
We close at
o'clock.
8.
Same with Vitola and Mount Brook Saturday night, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
On
8 o'clock.
Friday, on the other hand,
Right.
you can stay as late as you want. I'm okay with that.
Bring
That's what it's
food-
meant for.
Bring food and drink and cabbage.
That's right. And bring cabbage. But Tuesday night, John,
Well,
8 o'clock.
when we say we close at 8, when we say we close at 6. By the way, that's not. Oh, I'm going to get up, go to the bathroom, buy something, and leave out the door.
Yeah.
Harris pays us till 8 or pays us
Right.
till 6. We don't get paid till we leave. We get paid till 6. We
Right.
get paid till 8. So please get up at 6:45. Go to the
Yeah.
bathroom. Start cleaning up your area
I
a
like
little
the way
bit.
you think, John.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm a
brother.
firm believer, and I'll say it on the show.
Preach it,
You can
brother.
say, lounge closes a half hour before
There
the door
you go.
closes.
Yeah.
There
So
you
I'm a
go.
little tighter on that one, and that I'm going to start implementing like a 15 to 10 minute rule, which I'm okay with because the guys generally know. But I'll have to say there's been a few issues on Tuesday about like
Mhm.
And
we close at 8 and they're still sitting back there. I'm like, y'all, I got things to do.
Places
If this
to
was
go.
Friday, you sit there all day, sit there all night. I don't care.
Places to
my
go,
Sunday
to
people
do.
are pretty
Let's
good
go.
about the 6 o'clock thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just I only bring it up because it was
It's our
it's a respect thing.
no offense, customers,
right.
but it does
Agreed.
inch up, and 8:05
Yeah.
becomes 8:10, and
Yeah.
8:10
Right.
becomes 8:30, and 8:30 becomes Friday night.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Well, I
Right.
caught my Tuesday nights go until I would get home at 9:30.
Good God, really?
Yeah, because I'm just like no, so no, y'all, no.
Uh,
I
good
specifically
night, son.
started up Friday nights for that reason,
Right.
for late night.
Right on.
But during the week, nah.
Off the subject, just a tad, and of course we'll wrap it up here. And this is going to be out of left field. But when do you do your stuff on Saturday?
What's
Your other podcast.
So I typically do my podcast on Wednesdays, but
Do you? Okay.
some of our members are in a bowling league. They're about to start, so we're going to be switching that to it's either going to be Saturday or Sunday. We're still working out the details.
Yeah.
But we're going to be doing it on the weekend,
Okay.
and so
All right.
time
Okay.
is valuable.
John, when do you do yours?
The audio episode releases Friday mornings. We record. We're in flux right now whether we're going to record at 9:05 on Thursday or 9:05 on Wednesday.
Okay.
This week we recorded 9:05 on Wednesday.
Right.
And then podcast is no driving gloves. And I'm going to go ahead and plug last night's because it's really of some interest. And it was more of an educational thing. We spent an hour discussing automotive subscriptions. And
Wow.
$20 a month for heated seats and $13 a month to have your keyless entry at work.
That
And
conversation can get heated.
All of those things.
Wow.
And we didn't go
Get
into
it?
the headlines. We did it kind of a deep dive where I've been paying attention to this stuff for 6 or 8 months.
I'll bet.
Keep in mind, you've been paying for automotive subscriptions. We figured since at least about 97, if you have
Cool.
OnStar,
God.
or you've been paying, most people would be familiar with paying for their XM Sirius satellite radio.
Well-
That's an automotive subscription too, but it's just not quite sold to you by
You
the
know what's
dealer.
funny is we can get into a whole discussion in the parallel because I'm in the gaming realm and he's in the car realm. They're drastically different, but there's a few connections along the way, which we can get into later with our individual podcasts. But the subscription based stuff for games, and I'm not talking like an MMO where you pay $15 a month because you're actually paying for the IT services and things behind that. I'm talking games that come out free that have microtransactions in order to progress, which sounds very similar.
It's kind of similar.
Right.
You listen to the podcast because I'll do the spoiler alert. After all of my research, I'm not so far against automotive subscriptions. I think they're a good thing.
Oh,
Okay. I
interesting.
didn't expect to hear you say that, to be honest
Interesting,
with
yeah.
you.
Most
Me
people
either.
don't when I have the conversation, but when you really research it, I think it's a good thing overall. Your microtransactions, I am totally against, especially this little deal. And I think it's Fortnite that's doing it right now, that if you buy a Fortnite gift card, and if you buy a $25 one, you get this free character. And if you buy a $50 one, you get this free character. And you buy a $100 one, you get this free character. And
Really?
each one costs incrementally more
Yeah.
I see.
for 30 days.
Yeah,
After
for
that,
30
after that, you start getting billed for it.
Oh,
Right.
there it
And,
is.
is
and,
the problem.
and how
There's the
many
caveat.
12-year-olds are going out and buying that gift card, getting their free character, and then all of a sudden 3 months later going, where's all my money?
Right.
Oh man.
They-
And see, and that's the problem you get into
Wow.
because there used to be microtransactions in this, in the sense of like what you're bordering on is almost bonuses, pre-order bonuses, which are okay. They get you something that you couldn't get if you decide to do something. But you're absolutely right. Those transactions kill some games. They even got in a lot of trouble in it for some games because they were promoting. It was actually condemned for promoting gambling to young kids because they used random loot boxes, and the only way to open those loot boxes was to spend money to buy the chance to open the loot box, and it got classified as gambling, which it is.
Yeah.
So now they've kind of corrected it a bit, where most of the stuff's aesthetic. It doesn't actually help you in game. But what you're talking about is something deeper. They always try that different angle.
Yeah.
A different angle.
Yeah, I mean, it's a promotion, and read the fine print, buyer
Marketing.
beware, caveat emptor.
Martin.
But I was reading that part of my auditing job, and it just if it was 21 and older people buying it, I'm good with it. But
Right.
I feel bad for the 8-year-old or the 12-year-old that doesn't know better.
Right.
I mean, he hasn't experienced life, and I just think it's a really shady thing for the gaming companies to do.
Right.
Right.
Speaking as a non-gamer, but
Interesting.
we're totally off cigars.
totally
now.
off. So
Yeah. I just wanted to
microtransactions
question,
on cigars. That's pick up a drink, grab us a
right.
grab a Mountain Dew, grab a bag of chips.
Well, we shouldn't go into detail about ideas for microtransactions for cigars because
my
somebody will figure it out and start doing it. We don't want
Lord.
that.
Yes.
Oh
my God.
But I'll be at Trust Vegas tomorrow night from 6 till
Yay.
midnight, or
Yay.
as long as it goes.
Until sundown.
There you go. BYOB, et cetera, et cetera. Join us, Trustville, Highway 11. I'll be there at 6, and we go there. Bring your cheddar. And that's about it. Thank you for watching Smoking
Cheddar
Underground.
makes it better.
Cheddar makes it better. This has been a pleasure. I'm Devin. That's Gary.
And I don't know where the screen is to find.
that's John.
The
Yeah.
John to,
And-
to play
and
outro.
keep in mind that we do our podcast live every Thursday night at 6:30.
At 280, and you are
At
welcome
280.
to be here. You can be in the audience.
Right. More than welcome to come.
I mean,
by.
there's a good possibility you could sit here right here with us
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, your evaluation will be on that. We will
That's-
bet you. Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, you're
Yeah.
a pretty decent human being. So
yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Good seeing y'all. Thanks for hanging with us and wasting your time with a couple of cigar geeks.
that's
Thank
right.
you.
Time is a luxury, my friends.
Indeed.
Make sure you fill it beautifully.
Please.
No pitted prunes.
God. Pitted prunes.
Pitted prunes.